Hey guys, we're back at it again with another Highway Blossoms that we cut from last time. I guess we're just hitting the road. Martin needed to take a shit, so we had to stop by. Even though Amber didn't want to, we stopped by meeting up with this weirdo outside the stalls. He was saying some weird ass shit, and so we were able to escape from him. And now we're just over here, kind of eating, getting ready to go to the Archers, I think. And yeah. Without further ado, I finished about half of my meal before the dismay sets in. There's no way I could possibly finish this. Most people know I couldn't eat this much food in one sitting. Every bite is a struggle. Marna's faring similarly. Her plate full of eggs is nearly untouched just because there's so much pancake to work through. I could tell the pancake fatigue, that feeling where you get halfway through them and then realize you're sick of pancakes. And now since set in for her. Has long set in for her. She cuts off a bite and looks at it for a while, then sets her fork down. I think I'm done. You and me both. Just take to-go boxes or something. The largest plate I have consists of a mess of potatoes, bacon, and cheese and bacon, and with eggs laid over. And then of course there were toast, fruit, and sausage. Each of them got their own smaller plates, but I've ordered from the kids menu too. If I known this is how it would be. Yeah, it's usually like that. Like last time I ordered from the regular menu, damn, that shit was big, so I could relate. I think I ordered like 3 big pancakes. They were so fucking big, like as big as my face. Like, bruh, I can relate so much to this. Oh my gosh. But yeah, guys, if you're never sure about sizes, just go with the kids menu if you don't usually have a big appetite. If you really do, let's say you haven't eaten all day, go ahead, order the regular. But here, I don't know. Wait, did I read that part? Whoops. And of course, oh, I did. I don't think I ever want pancakes again. Well, for once, I don't have any snarky remarks. Anyone would be sick of them after she just went through what she just went through. I got some boxes to go. At least we have some food for the week. Now if we ever get stranded. After our waitress brings us our bill and styrofoam containers, we head back to the RV. It looks like the traffic hasn't gotten much better in the 45 minutes that we've been out of it. Cars are still pressed bumper to bumper, and the sidewalks are also full. Swarms of pedestrians making better time than traffic. I wonder if it's always been this busy or if people are just deciding not to drive. Once we were ready to go, it take us over to the edge of the parking lot. As expected, the constant steam of the cars make it impossible for us to get out. I watch impatiently for an opening in the traffic, but I can't see one for miles. Oh, come on. Oh, the desert music. I press my forehead to the steering wheel. We've been sitting here for minutes now. Is there another exit we could use onto a different street? I looked and checked the mirrors, but I don't see anything. The edges of the diner's property are surrounded by the cream-colored fence. Nope. Marna begins to sigh, but that quickly turned into a sound of surprise. Amber, look! She points past my face out the window. An older lady in a little hatchback sedan has stopped to let us out. Aw. The two of us wave at her. We finally lumber onto the road itself. That's nice of her. Yay, I'm glad somebody was nice at least. Yeah, still a long way to go though. The long line of cars extends as far as I can see, before it finally goes out of the sight around a bend in the road. Why do you think it's so much busier here than the other places we've been? Arches is one of the most popular national parks. Like when you think of the parks in the US, you think of Arches and the Grand Canyon and Yosemite, yeah, that kind of thing. So I think a lot of people will be at those big spots. You think it'll be Shiprock again? It'll be like Shiprock again? With that megaphone and law enforcement? Maybe. Probably not. These parks are a lot bigger and more spread out. Way harder to have people watching. Their only option would be to straight up close. And then you have horrible people who sneak in and out of the bounds anyway. Who exactly would ever do that? These bitches. Nobody we know. That's for sure. It's okay. Once we're filthy rich, we can make a donation to the canyon or something. Let's just buy the canyon and then pay to have everything reconstructed. Perfect. It takes a while, but we finally make it past the spotlights. After that, it's still glowing, but at least it's steady. Maybe 15 minutes pass crawling through the town before things start to pick up. Still, couples miles away, I can finally see the exit for the park itself. Some people continue past, staying on the highway, but most are in the line of arches. At least there's a whole lane for people like us. Traffic is congested like my nose in the winter, but the end is in sight. May as well get comfy, we're gonna be here for a while. Taking my advice, Marina leans back and props her feet up at the dash. Her dress bunches up by knees and leaving most of her legs exposed. I sneak a few guilty glances from the corner of my eye. If I didn't know better, I think that all the skin she shows was intentional. But it's Marina, which means she's not even conscious about this stuff. Who knows? For that matter, I wonder if she knows that I'm so into her. To distract myself, I grabbed a box of tapes. I kept the music off earlier so that Marina could sleep. Wanna pick this time? Sure. Setting it in her lap, she begins to rummage through the bin. I'm pretty sure that she knows all the music I have by now. We listen to every tape at least once. And I have an okay for what she likes and what she doesn't. Sometimes she taps her fingers to the beat or hums along when she likes what we're listening to. If she doesn't, she flat out ignores it. The one she settles on is an album of instrumental folk songs. Very stereotypical Western sounding. It's a little high energy for the sitting still in traffic, but it's alright. It's better than nothing. We just listened to the music, which I cranked up loud. While we wait, the album is nearly half over. By the time we finally make it through the park's gates, beyond them, the traffic mercifully lets up some. Not because there are a few cars, but there are more cars than rocks to be seen. But a lot of those are pulled off the shoulder, or cramped into the parking lots. Nearly enough inch of pavement that doesn't have a car on it has a person instead. Also, there are a few trails of forks in the road, so not everyone is going the same direction now. Being able to drive without having to tap the brakes every couple of seconds is a relief. A pickup truck towing in the trailer pulls off the shoulder ahead and back onto the road, so I take his spot. Putting in the park, I take a swig and stone cold coffee. Want to grab the pamphlets? We snagged a couple of brochures back at the diner. They don't have a whole lot of info, but they're still a starting point. Marina retrieves them and spreads them out on the table like a puzzle pieces. Alongside them is a journal. Its spine has lots of strength and pages just flop around. So the journal says that it's buried between two things. Right, but something's out of the way. Peering out the windshield to the expanses beyond, there are a lot that could be considered out of the way. It have to be something memorable, or else come back and I have no idea where to go. Anything memorable is just gonna be something popular, right? Exactly, yeah. She flips through the pamphlets. They all have the same information on the same landmarks, just with slightly different pictures. Wait. She was about to toss one of them, but it catches my eye. Hand me that. Marna passes over the brochure, and I turn one of the inner pages. It only has one picture and longer paragraph of text. I read out loud. One of the most famous landmarks in all of Park, Double Arch is a fan favorite, recognizable for its two elegant curves. Double Arch can be accessed via a short hike and is open to exploration. I hope the flyer so she could see the picture. If it's the two huge archers of stone connected at one side, the otherwise perpendicular from each other. She snatches it out of my hands for a closer look, nearly cutting my finger. Oh my god, do you think it's between the two of these? That makes sense, right? You definitely remember how it looks, and it's kind of out of the way. The papers whiz past my face as Marna hurls them backwards, and she points forward. Full steam ahead. I throw the RV back into drive and pull out onto the road again. There are a few signs everywhere for Double Arch, and we don't need the pamphlets, and we got what we got at the gate. We pass signs for other landmarks too. Whoops. And some with pretty weird names. There's a parade of elephants. For one thing, this is the same direction as Hamrock. There's even a phallic sounding rock, simply called the Oregon. All of those are down exists we don't take. Instead, we soon end up in the back of yet another traffic jam. Marna stares out the window as we creep along. While we were right now, where we are right now, nearly indistinguishable from the highways we spend so much time on. Highways. They've been saying that a lot. There are a few actual arches around, but none distinct enough to get any real attention. Inch by inch, we advance down the road until we finally come to the parking lot for the Double Arch. Only problem is, it's totally full. Not just by, but packed. Every parking spot is taken, with a few cars jammed into the empty space that's clearly not meant for that. Like lice, people swarm up and down Arch itself, visible even from the road. At least this time it isn't off limits. Look, everyone else had the same idea. Don't be so glum. We can still go take a look. If we can ever find somewhere to park. Yeah, that's a pretty big if. The entire caravan passes by the parking lot. There's at least a dozen cars behind me too. Half a mile up the road, we come across another lot. Up for a bit of walking? Yeah. I quickly take one of the remaining spaces. There are a few openings here. Looks like most people weren't as willing to walk as Marna is. Some of the cars behind us pulled into. We opt to leave the metal detector and other equipment in the RV for now. If we were seeing that look promising, that we can come up later and grab it. The walk back up to the Double Arch doesn't take long, but it's nice to be outdoors again. We have to stick to every edge of the road to avoid the stream of cars flowing towards us. Seems there was more than a dozen behind us after all. There's a short hike from the Double Arch parking lot to the arch itself. It's an easy one. We don't even break a sweat. Up close, it's obvious that there aren't many people just to see the sights. Almost everyone is carrying a shovel or other tool. Just a pair of park rangers watching, and we don't even seem to be intervening at all. They just slouch against the wooden fence, looking defeated. Can you imagine how big the celebrities would be if anyone here knew we'd found the Shiprock treasure? I whisper as quietly as I can to Marna. Right, I was thinking about that earlier. I kind of want to show it off, but that's probably not a good idea. Like, anyone will believe us anyway. But you don't want to have your face all over New York Times as one of the girls who found the treasure. That would be interesting. Being in a local newspaper is on my bucket list. Big dream. Dream big, Marina. Oh, I thought you said big dream. Dream big, Marina. And my friends from school would totally have a heart attack when they found out. But don't they always say to keep it a secret if you win the lottery? Yeah. Yeah, otherwise people will never leave you alone. You'll get all sorts of messages from people you used to know or long lost relatives. Yeah. Ugh, I have enough not lost relatives to deal with. Oh my gosh. Plus, I don't want to get kidnapped or held for ransom or something like that. What about you? No way, I'm just gonna quietly retreat into one of my 3 mansions when it's all over. Oh, you're gonna buy 3? Yeah, I gotta save the rest for my 14 new motorhomes after all. She giggles. Do I get to drive one of them? Why not? But you could drive on your own, you know. You could buy one on your own, you know. No way. I'll just come bother you if I need one. We've gotten as close to the arches as we can, and the mob of sweaty people is too thick for us to push our way through. There are a dozen of people sweeping over the dusty ground with metal detectors. Hanging back around the edge, Marina's smile fades away quickly. Yeah, this is a bit of a mess. People jostle and push each other out of the way. It's hard to believe anyone's actually prospecting so much as they are, just trying not to lose their spot. Maybe we should come back later? I don't know if it'll be any better later, but maybe. I guess. Though if the treasure is here, I feel like someone would have already found it by now. Just like back at Canyon de Chile. You know, this must have been going on for a few days now. Yeah. On enthusiasm she had just a minute ago when we were just joking around and have evaporated in the desert sun. Rock shifts past my foot as she kicks the dirt. I poke her and she yelps in surprise. Hey now, I'm not saying we give up. I'm just saying we regroup and strategize. We can go see the rest of the park in the meantime. Didn't you just say you wanted to see this place for a while? Oh wait, no, didn't you just say you want to see this place for a while? Yeah, I guess. It's obvious that she's still bummed, but there's nothing we could do about it. Let's explore, guys! Once we're back in the motorhome, we leave the busy main road ASAP and spend a while seeing the sights from our air-conditioned comfort. Marina's mood improved steadily throughout the day, counteracted only by our growing hunger. Don't y'all have the restaurant leftovers? As we pull back to the Moab, we're both ravenous. Wanna just heat up our leftovers? Guessing that is a no. I'm not ready for pancakes again yet. I need a day, or maybe a week. Let me know if you see somewhere you want me to stop. Now that it's approaching evening, there aren't any more massive traffic jams going through Moab. We can cruise through the steady pace, just like when we first got into Arches. Until I slam on the brakes. You're kidding me. Mara had been slouching, but bolt upright at the sudden stop. Well, what happened, Amber? What happened? Just a few feet ahead in the parking lot of the diner we ate at this morning. It's Maria's motorhome. Oh, they're following us. Look at that. Look at that. It's them. I point out Marina leans forward, and when she recognizes their RV, she grins. Should we go see them? Well, no way. That's an extra reason to avoid that place. Aw, but Amber, maybe we could see about teaming up for the treasure here or something. That never happened. Oh, Mario would rather lose every time than have our help. Besides, it's not like... Please. Already giving up in my head, I give Marina one last desperate look. Seriously? Yeah, even if we don't team up, it'd be nice to see them again. Not sure if nice is the word I would use. Despite my muttering, I flip on my blinker and change the lanes, pulling into the parking lot yet again. Like in this morning, it seems pretty busy. I have to park next to Maria's RV because it's the only open spot large enough. Marina skips out towards the entrance while I trudge behind her. It didn't take long before we find the trio. Amongst all the eccentric people the hunt has drawn, their questionable fashion sense stands out. They have a large table near the back, bigger than the one Marina and I ate at this morning. Joseph and Tess share a bench, while Maria's spread across the opposite side. It's probably supposed to look sultry, but it comes across more like a bench is devouring her. When she sees them, Marina scurries to the back, hand raised in greeting. I bring up the rear, still slow. Hey guys! Tess, Joseph both wave, smiling when she sees us. Maria looks surprised for a second, but then scowls and turns towards the wall. The feeling is neutral. It's mutual. Hey, imagine running into you. Imagine running into you two here. Get into town? Nope, we've been here all day. We actually ate breakfast at this place in the morning. Yeah, you're supposed to always... you're always a couple steps behind us, I guess. Why is Marina, like, right behind us? Maria's glare is still nearer than the double arch itself, but of course she keeps looking at the wall instead of us. Joseph laughs, though. Here, let's break bread. He and Tess scoot down the booth, making some room for which Marina promptly fits. I'm left next to smoldering furry that is Mario. She moves her leg, just a little, far enough for me to sit down. Thanks, sorry to barge in on you guys like this. It's no problem, more the merrier. I hope you didn't expect us to cover your bill. Groaning, Joe pats his hands over Tess's ears. Could you at least try not to be a pain in the ass between the hours of 5 p.m. and 6 in the morning? It would make my life a lot easier. He uncovers Tess's ears and gives us a blank look. She's right though, there's no way we can afford that. We had to dine and dash for breakfast. So what about you? How long have you been here? We got in around lunchtime. We spent forever and half stuck in traffic though. He sounds worn out. I wonder if Mario ever lets him drive or makes him. Us two. We were gonna look around Double Arch, but it was too busy. Yeah, I took a look at it and just kept driving. I didn't even want to try. Sis said that anyone who bothered to get out was a foot. You weren't supposed to hear that. I told you, this girl hears everything. Anyway, we're thinking about heading back this evening to see if it's cleared out some. We're gonna do that too. Oh, we're gonna do that too. I was telling Amber that we should see if maybe you guys wanted to team up and could look together. Why is Marina behind us though? Hell no, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Two of us look at each other. Seem all that we ever agree on is not sticking together. No offense to you, Joe. I just don't wanna, you're off trying to make an excuse that didn't want to deal with Mario, which is the truth. But Joseph just laughs and wastes it off. Nah, I get what you mean. I don't think Mario would be too fond of splitting the goods either. Marina frowns, but perks back up after just a second. Soon as the witches came to take our orders, Marina and I are careful to order meals on the smaller side, just sandwiches with fries. On the other hand, Maria's order comes with a bunch of requirements as to what can and can't be on it. Oh my gosh. By the time she's made so many substitutions and extra, hardly resembles the item she described in the menu. So I could tell you, ladies, that's not part of the parade of elephants. A delicate arch was a no-go too. Think we might try Skyline next. Good luck, I guess. I wonder how many of those in the mine, the miner would have known about though. Pretty sure this park wasn't founded till after the gold rush. Joseph shrugs. Amber knows a lot of these places. She's like an encyclopedia. I can feel my face flush like always when she praises me. Not really, I just know bits and pieces. Still, something pretty proud of. Aren't too many girls your age who care about anything that happened more than 5 years ago. It's nothing really special. I just spent a lot of time on the road when I was younger. Is that so? I appreciate his leaving it as an open-minded question rather than prying. Marna looks at me, eyes wide, probably to see if I'm about to cry or something. I try to be more nonchalant. Yeah, I was in middle school. My grandpa used to drive me all over the country. Sounds like a fun time. It was. He, There's no point in hiding it, but plus, Joseph has this kind, disarming air to him, like he exudes calmness. Passed away a little while ago. Still a little. I tap my throat, hoping to get my point across. It does. Joseph nods. I'm sorry for your loss. Thanks. Marna's eyes flick between me and Joseph. She must be pretty worried, so I force a smile, even though I could feel that growing glumness that shows up anytime I talk about Gramps. Meeting this dork has helped me a lot, though. Aw, I jerk my chin towards Marina, who looks shocked, as if I could have been talking about anyone else. I spent a while moping around before that. Family is good. I blink, it's so easy to forget she's there. Yeah, definitely is. Oh yeah, definitely. I hadn't really thought about it before, but Tess seems to be a similar situation that I was in, growing up on the go and all. I'm curious how it happened, but I won't ask. Not my place. So what are you gonna do? Huh? When all this is over. She gestures around. Dinner? No, dumbass, I meant the treasure hunt. Forget it, I don't actually care. I don't know. Mara and I have been kind of talking about that. She's gotta buy 3 mansions. Yeah, and I'll have plenty of time to figure out in my mansions. The 3 of us chuckle, and then the conversation trails off. Tess and Marina are working on coloring Tess's menu. From what I could see, it has different characters than the one this morning. They look like they make a good team. Each of them work on separate pictures and then switch from time to time. So Marina will color the hair of one character and Tess will color the clothes, but despite not talking at all, they don't ever get in each other's way. Joseph also observes from above, smiling slightly. He usually is the one who plays with Tess, so it must be nice for her to have some company. On the other side, like a jug of milk, Maria's mood seems to be getting more and more sour. I don't know what she's mad about this time, but maybe something happened before we showed up, or maybe it's because we showed up. Either way, she ought to have memorized every single detail of the wall she's been staring at this entire time. She doesn't look up until our food arrives a little bit later. It's a good thing we have a larger table because there is still hardly any room left for all the plates are set down. My sandwich is so big it takes 2 hands to hold it, and I have enough fries to sustain Ireland for the winter. Oh my gosh. When Marina picks up her sandwich, all the ingredients pour out the back. She quickly gives, trying to reconstruct it and just using a knife and fork instead. Watching other threes eat is amusing too. Joseph chews with slow, measured bites, whereas Maria attacks her meal like it owes her money. Across from her, Tess is cutting up chicken tenders with a surgical precision. Marina catches me staring and smiles at me covertly. She seems she noticed too. Maria's the first to finish eating. I'm just a couple bites behind. That's embarrassing. She wipes her face with a napkin when she looked at me. Why are you two staying? It could be an innocent question, or it could be a trap. Around, we'll be fine. We'll find a parking lot somewhere. You thieves are gonna have a late start then. I guess. Don't tell me you planned ahead and got a campsite. Don't be stupid. Of course not. Wait, that's not what I meant. I scoff as she backtracks to keep from insulting herself. What I meant is, there's no way we're gonna bother checking every single permit. There's too much going on right now. Just pick a nice spot out of the way. Don't make trouble. It'll be fine. Joe flatly stares at Maria. Easier said than done. Good luck with that one. I don't want to take the risk. On the foot, if you're trespassing and get caught, most of the time you'll just get thrown out. But I don't want our license plates getting written down or something if we were to do what she suggests. Maria shrugs. Suit yourself. Don't say I didn't try to help you. Didn't ever. You ever camp here before, Amber? Sounded like you know the place. Long time ago. I don't remember a whole lot, but I'm good at remembering names, I guess. Useful skills to have. Yeah, I used to be. Before we'd go anywhere, Gramps and I would research the place where we're going, history and stuff like that. You sure learned a lot of stuff. Useful stuff from him, huh? Yep, well, I always wanted to make him proud. He used to say I was a real chip off the... My words catch my throat, not because I'm emotional, but just because I just realized something. Remembered it, rather. Maria and Joe know it too. Mine and Maria's eyes lock. She bolts up at my words, and the other two look confused. We're leaving! Oh. What the heck? Maria sprints for the door without paying, and I nearly yank Marina's arm out of its socket. As we run to the exit, other diners turn to watch us, but I barely notice them. What the fuck happened? Amber, what the heck? Her voice is shaky from being jolted around. I know where the treasure is. I yell behind me as soon as I turn. As the trio exits the restaurant close behind us, Joe's carrying Tess on his back. I know where it is. I say it again to assure myself. We reach the motorhome a second after Maria and her crew reach theirs. I practically hurl up Marina and into her spot before I leap into my own. Not even bothering to buckle up, I hurry towards the road. Oh shit! Oh my gosh, this looks really serious, bruh. I guess that's still next time, though. Quick save? No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, whoops. Oh shit, this is really bad, guys. Well, I guess we're gonna find out what happens till next time, right? Oh my gosh, the development is so interesting. I guess we're gonna find out if Amber finds the treasure or not, and see how this adventure goes. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment down below if you guys want more videos like this or any other type of content. Very open to ideas. And yeah, without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Subscribe for more Blossoms, or no, that's the opposite. Highway Blossoms. I was gonna say Blossoms Highway. Highway Blossoms. See y'all.